Fielded in the end zone, it's Harbor. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. To throw, it's Sellers. Here's the pressure. Now improvising. Trying to make magic with his feet. Gets it out just short of the 20, out of bounds at the 19-yard line and a little more room to operate.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and they hit force.
Going up top. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
With the catch, it's Bennett. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
You got to have better tackling in the back end on defense. The guy didn't have the first once he had the ball in his hand, but because you missed the tackle, they've now got a fresh set of downs.
He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Quick completion on the out route. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Got the back over the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense, not giving up any big plays and forcing the fourth down.
So on their first drive of the game, they're going to roll the dice a little bit and go for it on fourth down in their own territory. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Caught on the outside, it's Brown. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Bringing the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It's squarely.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
They'll have to do a better job of protection this time after that third down sack. Set him back, but they got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these fourth downs. You didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Trying to impose their will with the run. Got the first down and more. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. First play of the period, first down here. Throw off the RPO. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking for room, it's Baxter. He is going nowhere as the defense is manhandling this running game.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening. And the Longhorns have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Ripping through the defense. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. 3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Trying to power it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas!
3rd and goal, you're going to turn around and just give it to this guy who just has a nose for the end zone. He's able to find the crease and pay it off for his offense.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A pretty short drive there, covering 38 yards. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Harper. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Just feeds the running back. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They lost ground on 1st down, now 2nd and goal from the 5. Now they're going to throw it. Trying to barrel in. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Back to throw, it's Manning. Skips away from pressure. Touchdown, Longhorns! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Rushes on him. At the 35, he's open. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Here comes the heat. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game. Running more, throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically. I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completion strung together.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Unloads to the wideout. For the 3rd straight play, the pass falls incomplete.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Gonna run it. It's Baxter. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. The Gamecocks will kick it off to start the second half. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They keep it on the ground to open the 3rd. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose. Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Snagged out of the air. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down. on 4th down. They'll throw for it. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down and one that did not pay off. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. After punting the last time they had it, they ought to be set up for a much better result with this drive.
This offense better be licking their chops. You're not going to start with better field possession than this all game did.
You ain't lying. Forget about the last possession and what we did. You're already in scoring position. Take care of that football. Make sure you get some points.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Extending the play. And a flag flies as the pass is incomplete. Let's see who it's on. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. He's looking downfield to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
It's incomplete, and the defense makes the stop and gets the football back.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. It's Manning. Fires to the wideout. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they're leading by 2 possessions offensively, and that could have been a game-changing play right there. That's a throw the quarterback would like to have back. He's very lucky that was not intercepted.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Longhorns send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Looking downfield on 1st down. He'll take a deep shot here. Pulls it in on the right.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play.
Wide open spaces. Touchdown, South Carolina. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you had my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the back. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Turning it on. The 30. At the 20. Touchdown, Texas. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
Coming out with it, it's Harbor. stopped at the 29, but found a little running room after coming out of the end zone. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
He's got an open man. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the third quarter. Looking to throw on first down. Got it. They will score. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip into the secondary, make that big play.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
They'll give it to the back. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
You know, every running back thinks about the 100-yard barrier every time they take the field. And this guy, I know he's got it in his mind. He might be the only one in the stadium right now that knows he's got 97 yards rushing here in the fourth quarter. You know he is begging his coach just for one more carry to get that mark.
They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
And what a big conversion by the offense there. With the lead late, you're just trying to stay on the field and bleed the clock. At this point, it's tick, 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 tick. Let's run this clock down as low as we can before we snap it.
On the run, it's Baxter. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. Got enough for the first down. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
On the move, he fires. He's got it. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. That's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for that.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle on offense.
Makes the grab. Fighting off the defender. This defense makes a play, stopping him well short, and it'll be 4th down from the 24.
Man, did the defense need the stop. Great job getting the 3rd down stop. They needed to force a punt. They got to get their offense the football back so they have a chance in this football game. Really nice execution by this defense.
And he missed it. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
Well, the kicker had a chance to ice this game if he makes it, but he knocks it off the upright. We've still got a 1-possession game.
They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Quick completion on the out.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Quarterback strolling away from heat. Fires on the move. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Man, this late in the game, it's go time. I got to have a score. I'm not worried about downs. I'm going through my 2-minute script. We know what's coming. We practiced this all week. It's 2nd down, incomplete pass, go to 3rd down. We need to go for it on 4th down. This offense just has to keep that high energy up and try to run these plays fast.
This running back is a weapon. Not only is he going to hurt you in the run game, but they're going to throw it to him, and they're going to throw it to him on 1st down, 2nd down, and 3rd down, as you saw right there.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming, and there it is. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Wants to throw, and not much time to work with. He wants a big play here late. Holds it in on the left. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of 1st downs, and here they come again. Wants to throw on 1st down. Flushed out of the pocket. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Well, it's the 4th quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
On the direct snap, it's Brown. It's incomplete, and they had a chance in the end zone, and he just couldn't come up with it, and that's going to do it.
This is a very intriguing, compelling matchup. This team comes in ranked in the top 5 on the road wearing a very big target, trying to avoid that upset trap.
And the Aggies will kick it away to start us off.
So it'll be a touchback, ball spotted at the 25. So Georgia's offense comes onto the field for the first time today. We got a real treat today. We're going to see a matchup between a high-powered offense that's been almost impossible to stop against a defense that's been shutting people down, Kirk. This should be fun.
Well, this is what really you hope for in a game of this magnitude is good versus good. And that's what we have, as you said, Chris. Outstanding off.
He cannot escape. It's a sack.
Well, the offense tries to catch this defense napping here on the first play of the game. And how about the pressure to come up with a big sack to start this game?
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Off play action. He's looking to throw. Trout again in the pocket.
Chris, I don't think I've ever seen anything like this. We're still adjusting, trying to get ready to start this game. That's back-to-back sacks to start the football game. And now, you'd like to face this third down if you're the quarterback after getting sacked the first 2 plays.
So instead of trying to pin the opponents deep with a punt, they'll go for it on 4th down. First drive of the game. To the air, it's Stockton. Looking for his big tight end. And he can't connect. The gamble doesn't pay off. So Texas A&M's offense comes out for their first possession today. And Kirk, this is going to be fun. One of the best edge matchups we're going to see all season long. Elite wide receiver, elite corner, both competitive guys ready to go at each other.
And you know this corner, we had a chance to visit with him this week. He wants to be on an island against one of the best receivers in the country. And he's going to get that chance today to have a chance to showcase that he, in fact, is the top corner in college football. Chris, this is what I love to see from a defense is the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
Good enough for first down yardage. Texas A&M has moved into the red zone now. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss on the play. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Coming to the line on 2nd down, this is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. And they finally bring him down at the 5. Offense really threatening now.
Chris, the defense dials up the blitz. They're unable to get into the backfield, giving the running back enough room. I'll tell you, the linebacker makes a great play just to come up.
He makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
PAT is good, so it's 7-0. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. They'll run it here. Fights off a defender. Tough running to avoid a loss. That just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. And they don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a...
Oh, that one's picked off. They get him down after a short return, but the interception gets the football back to the offense at the 36.
Well, they come out of that nickel package, and the move pays off, gives them an extra defensive back on the field, a little bit more speed and awareness, and it pays off with this big interception.
To the air, it's Reed. Moves out of the pocket. He's in the clear. Tough to show by the sophomore quarterback to pick up the first down himself.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
There's the handoff. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Running through the tackle. The pickup is 9, so it sets up a 3rd and 1 now. This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on 3rd down, trying to force a field goal. Can he get there on the ground? No stopping him on that one. Touchdown, Aggies. Took some extra time in the weight room, paying off on that play.
What a job shedding tackles, crossing that goal line. And if you're this defense, you've got to focus a bit more on the fundamentals and wrapping up, because poor tackling teams get exposed by running backs like this.
Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee to bring the football to the 25-yard line. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Grab down the middle. It's Branch. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there. And as we break for the quarter, Kirk, it's Texas A&M on top. And as we reach the end of 1, the lead is starting to mount. Let's take a quick look at the first quarter stats before we move on. So here we go, first play. Quarter, the offense has a first down. Ball handed to the running back. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Man, every defensive coordinator will tell you, I just want my guys to play fast. And how about that one right there? He almost ends up tackling the quarterback as he's handing the ball off. This offense is lucky they didn't end up fumbling.
Down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. A deep shot right down the middle. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press in deep, but now it brings up 4th down. The Dogs will come to the line here, looking to keep the drive going on 4th down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on the quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw in this play.
And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. So the first play of the drive coming up here, under 3 minutes to play before half. Looking for a gap, it's Moss. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing. So it's 3rd and short from the opponent's 28. Let's see what the play call is here. They're already in field goal range, but thinking about the end zone. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's what we call assignment football by the defense. They took away the back inside, and there's a perfect play to be able to stop an athletic quarterback on the option.
So now on comes the field goal unit. This will be a 46-yard attempt. It's good right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
Now, I was watching this guy in pregame. He's got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Here's the fair catch by the return man. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. They're in a hole here before they have a chance to regroup at halftime. Let's see if they can cut into this big lead. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Defense is coming after him. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
Downfield shot, ball was incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. Sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently protecting the quarterback, and it all comes down to the offensive line. And here, they hurry the quarterback, and they blow up the play.
Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. Here's a gamble. Head coach keeping the offense on the field inside his own 30. It's a fourth down stop. The offense will take over in plus territory.
Listen, I get it. I know you trust your offense, and maybe this is something you thought about all week in these situations, but when it's on your side of the field like this, you got to give it a second thought, because now your defense is already playing with their backs against the wall.
The Aggies looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Catch made over the middle.
How about the arm strength from this quarterback? He really didn't have any other option than to put it right in there and give it everything that he had. Great timing and a good job of squeezing that in between the defenders.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Play action fake, looking to throw. And the catch is made. He'd have been better off dropping it. There's a loss on the play. Third down play for this offense. Defensive backs up at the line, showing press. Just gives up on the play, throws it away, and now it's fourth down.
Really good decision here by the quarterback. He ran through his primary target, wasn't there, threw it away to prevent the sack and keep them in field goal range. Smart play.
And the coach elects to send out the field goal unit. And that kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that. And they add to their lead.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So they settled for 3 here, and now the kickoff. See if the opposing offense can answer before halftime. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. We'd expect a prudent decision here, backed up near their own end zone. Just run the clock out and get to halftime. With the catch, it's Branch. Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a first down. A timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Looking downfield. It's Stockton. Pressure is coming. And it falls incomplete with just 6 seconds remaining to play. Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Looking to pass here on second down. Looking deep to the right side. And it's incomplete with just 1 second remaining on the clock. They're backed up here trying to make something happen on third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He's looking deep again. They can't come up with it there, and that's going to do it. Time runs out in the first half. Bulldogs will kick this deep to begin the second half. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Looking to throw it on first down. Caught near the sideline, but just a short gain. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Well, they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
How about the timing here by the defense to shoot that gap? As an offensive lineman, you have to anticipate that, close that gap off. Otherwise, it could be a long day.
On the move, but can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Good pressure here by this defense, but it felt like the quarterback held on to the ball a little bit too long to come up with that sack for the D.
And the Aggies will send the punt team onto the field. Returner tackle right there. That's where they'll start the drive. First play of the drive now coming up from the 29. Off the play fake on first down. Fires it to the wideout. And is intercepted. Not much on the return there, but a great interception to give the offense the football at the 42. He'll hand it off. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Hands off to the left. Run it up the middle, but stuff for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to get this third down. He lets it go on the move. Oh, and he dropped it. You don't see that often from this guy. Brings up fourth down. So they'll send out the field goal unit to give it a shot here from very long distance. And he's got it with ease from 56 yards away.
Boy, this guy has such a strong leg. No problem. Up into the net from 50 plus.
So after adding to this big lead, they are set to kick it away. Turner choosing to field this one. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. Off the play fake, looking to throw. And he throws his third interception of the day. He's going to take it in. A game-changing play. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
The QB is the loneliest man in the stadium right now.